It's Oklahoma Weekly Update on Coffee with Democrats with hosts Scott Hamilton and Kevin Dawson. All right, it's good morning, Scott. It's Oklahoma Weekly Update on Coffee with Democrats, where we don't write the headlines.
The headlines write themselves.
I'm Kevin Dawson.
And I'm Scott Hamilton. Well, this week, America's worst governor signed what he's calling a dignity pledge. And he talked about the need for all of us to respect everyone. I think what he means is everyone except women, Native Americans, Black and Hispanic citizens, LGBTQ folks. Kevin Stitt is hardly the one to be lecturing us about dignity.
Well, I do have some hidden caption video. I think it was something that Kevin leaked by accident of him preparing to do this dignity pledge.
Just perfect.
Yep. I think he lost all of his dignity on that one. All right. In related news, we have, let me find it here. We got the state education department's attorneys are all gone. It's like they have slipped off into the Bermuda Triangle, the triangle of Ryan Walters and his three-way sex partners. The state education department's attorneys are all gone. That affected a board meeting. Walters, an elected state official, usually speaks with reporters after every board meeting. A group of a dozen reporters waited nearly 15 minutes afterward to speak to Walters on Thursday before being told by agency spokesperson Dan Izzett that he would not be showing up. And here we see it on Dan Izzett. This is his personal profile, and it shows him
This is really his profile?
That is his profile, where he wrote himself that he is the chief right-wing propaganda and misinformation officer.
Well, at least he's honest.
And it is true. But rather than Walters being there to talk to the reporters, he is hiding in his Mommies for KKK, Mommies for Three-Way Sex Liberty van, sucking on his adult toy pacifier. This also bears the question that must be asked. Who's going to tell Walters not to look at next week's eclipse of the sun without eye protection like his idol, dumbass Trump?
Oh, I'm not going to tell him. I think we should just let it be a surprise to him after he does that. Well, Kevin, last week, as we were going over last week's headlines, you took a call from Senator Nathan Dahl. Now, he was upset because the Speaker of the House, Treat, had called him names. Now, imagine how upset Dahl must be this week. He's invested a lot of time and energy making himself the most hated Republican in Oklahoma. Well, looks like he's lost his title to Ryan Walters. New polls show that a big majority of Oklahomans, including Republicans, hate Lion Ryan. The only people who think he's doing a good job are the 90-somethings who haven't been inside of a classroom in decades.
Well, hold on. Hold on. Hello, this is Kevin. Yeah. Oh, hold for Superintendent Walters. Okay. Well, good morning, Ryan. How are you today? Yeah, we are talking about you. Yes, I did say that you were sucking on an adult toy pacifier. Oh, you thought I said an adult toy pacifier. You're misinformed again. No, that's not what I said. I said you were sucking on an adult toy pacifier. Okay. All right. Well, you can stand corrected. All right. Bye. That guy's something.
Glad he has your phone number and not mine.
Well, speaking of Lion Ryan, here we go again. He hit the headlines so many times this last week, it's unbelievable. Why Oklahoma Democrats are making a third call for a House investigation into Ryan Walters. But then again, the Democrats' expectations for the OKSDE are lower than a rattlesnake's belly button, while the GOP leadership's hopes for Walters are as high as a giraffe's hat. Oh, wait a minute. If you want to know why a giraffe is wearing a top hat, don't ask me and don't ask the GOP. They're clueless. Ask the giraffe. I mean, Walters is so dumb, Scott.
All right, Kevin. How dumb is he?
He had to stand on a chair to raise his IQ. I mean, really, he is so dumb.
Wait. All right, how dumb is he?
He is so dumb that when the doctor told him he had coronavirus, he went and bought a new laptop.
Oh, Kevin, just stop with the dumb jokes. We got it. He is dumb, but oh Lord, please just stop. Well, Oklahoma has made national headlines in the last couple of weeks, and no, it's not because of something stupid that Ryan Walters has done. In fact, these very positive headlines involve Democrats. You see, Enid has a Nazi problem. More specifically, they have on their city council an affirmed Nazi. Thanks to the hard work of Nancy Presnell and Connie Vickers and other folks of goodwill in Enid, NBC and MSNBC got the world talking about this travesty. These good folks shined a very bright light, and after an upcoming recall vote, we are confident that the Nazi will be run out of town. And in other national news, OKC restaurateur Sean Cummings, in a loving tribute to his recently departed wife, Kathy Cummings, has raised thousands of dollars and is paying off school lunch debt in districts around the state of Oklahoma. Sean has done more to feed hungry kids in the last month than the current governor has in 2 years. Pardon me, let's just say it what it is, more than he has in 2 terms. But Sean's kindness and the memory of his wife will long be remembered by Oklahoma kids.
You know, under our Republican leadership in Oklahoma, we can't go a day without being embarrassed. But here we go. It takes the Democratic Party and fellow Democrats who will bring light, positive light to Oklahoma. And that's exactly what they've done. And we wish all the best to Sean, and we grieve with him, and we send all of our condolences to him. And he's doing such a great thing in Kathy's memory, and we really appreciate everything he's doing, as well as Nancy Parsnell and Connie Vickers up in Enid. Thank you, everybody, for your hard work and dedication in helping us here in Oklahoma. Stay away from the embarrassment that is brought to us every day by our GOP leadership. So, speaking of GOP leadership, and we're going back to Ryan Walters again, another day in embarrassment. Okay. Did you see that the OKSDE headquarters this week, the doors were videotaped being tied shut so no one can enter with an electric cord? Why did they? I guess they don't have a key to lock the door. They had to tie it shut with the electric cord on the inside. This proves that under Walters' infectious leadership, these dumb actions make Beavis and Butthead look like Nobel Prize winners.
We should also point out that not only could people not get into the building, in the event of fire, people would not have been able to get out. So there we go again, Ryan Walters breaking more laws.
It's a shame. Speaking of Ryan Walters, he made the news again this week. Ryan's is on a losing streak. He's losing every day in public opinion. In the latest poll, it shows that more Republicans are disgusted with him than Democrats. He lost in the Oklahoma Supreme Court case last week to speak during oral arguments. Now he is trying to stop activists from attending board meetings by changing the rules of the property up there to not allow anybody on state property outside their building, outside the doorway of the entrance to the OSDE from 11 p.m. to 6 a.m. to keep the public from being able to wait in line to be heard in public comments that are restricted to only 10 slots because Walter's little ego can't take being told to his face that he is a pathetic excuse for a human being and total failure at his job.
Totally right.
And we've got, this is in Oklahoma, but it's not related to Ryan Walters. And this is kind of a serious issue because this legislator, Representative Humphrey, is bringing up a question about his concerns about increased violence in Oklahoma prisons. But I do have a question. When did Festus Hagen get glasses, and what season of Oklahoma House of Representatives Western drama series did he first appear? Didn't he originally start as a scruffy hillman who wanted revenge on his uncle for killing his brother? Oh my goodness. We don't write the headlines.
Headlines write themselves.
Until next week on Oklahoma Update on Coffee with Democrats, I'm Kevin Dawson.
And I'm Scott Hamilton. Thank you so much for joining us. And for those who celebrate, may this Easter time be a blessing to you and your family. See you next week.
Thank you so much.